Are you guys on board with this AP Top 25? I mentioned it earlier, but I want to get your feedback on this. I hate this Top 25. I totally disagree with it. And I'm very curious. Do you guys buy that LSU is not the number 2 team in the country? Who should be your top 5? In the comment section right now, your top 5. We'll get to it right after this from the Advocates.
When you've been injured in an accident, one thing leads to another. Your injury leads to treatment. Treatment leads to hospital bills. Bills lead to debt. Debt leads to stress. The Advocates can help relieve that stress. Having an advocate attorney on your side leads to faster resolutions, fair outcomes, and a peaceful recovery for you. You deserve an advocate.
Indeed, you do. The Advocates at theadvocates.com, the best injury attorneys in the business. The best thing about the Advocates, they fought your fight many, 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 many times. When you go to the Advocates, you get in a car accident, you get hit while you're riding your bicycle. Have you guys seen all these wrong way drivers in Utah recently? You got to have somebody who's fought that fight for you. It's one of the worst moments of your life when you get in a car accident, you get hit on your bike, you get attacked by a dog. Give that all to the Advocates. Let them handle the claims process. Let them fight the fight for you. You get back to the best version of yourself. And the best part is you don't pay the Advocates out of pocket ever, because you don't pay the Advocates unless and until they win your case. So you have nothing to lose. Get clear, risk-free advice 24/7, 365 at theadvocates.com. Is the AP poll trolling all of us? I don't even know what to make of this anymore. Like I've joked that soccer writers who don't watch games vote in these polls.
Yeah.
How is this not another indication of that? Because I can tell you right now, Ohio State, absolutely number 1. LSU should absolutely be number 2. Miami should absolutely be number 3. And if you want to put Georgia 4, great. I have no problem with that. Texas should be number 5. That should be your top 5. Penn State, Georgia, Oregon. You haven't played anybody. You have done nothing. We've got to get to a place where we are rewarding people for the work that they do early. And if you are Notre Dame and you lose to Miami in Florida, in South Florida, I agree they should be top 10. There are more than 8 teams better than Notre Dame. They played a game early. It was close. They shouldn't be outside the top 10. But Jake, I hate this top 5 with a passion.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest issue with this top 25 is Florida State. I don't know how Florida State's not top 10. I would have them top 7 based on the fact that they beat Alabama. I think that, Penn State, I don't know how Penn State's number 2 in the country. You haven't played anybody, and I understand that it's early in the year, and you've got some of this with the AP is reputational, so I totally understand that. But for me, when I look at this, I completely agree. Ohio State's the best team in the country.
Ohio State.
From there, I really do like LSU at number 2. I just think that was a really good win. They've got talent. It's the SEC. They have credibility. So I don't have any issue with LSU being at number 2. I think from there, I would agree that Georgia at 4 is a nice spot. But I would have Georgia at 3. Then I would have Miami, only because Miami to me is a team that if you put them up against Georgia, I'm not picking Miami to win that game. So I would actually have Georgia at 3, and then I'd have Miami at 4. And then for me,
it's got to be Texas.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you're probably Texas. Texas is going to be 5.
How is Clemson still 8?
Yeah, and then from there, Clemson at 8, I feel like is pretty generous. I mean, you play a competitive game.
14th.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like Florida State at 14th tells me everything I need to know about this, and Utah at 25 tells me everything I need to know about this. Utah is a top 20 team by anybody's measure, and I don't care who you are. Like, if you watch that game, I understand it was UCLA and UCLA has some flaws, but you can project that forward, because that's my issue. Just the same way that Penn State fan wants to project that they're the best team in the country and they're everyone's
Yeah.
slice of pie. Well, if we're going to do that, then I'm going to go ahead and sit here and say, okay, well, if I put Utah up against Penn State, that's a very close game. Like,
Very close.
whether you want to admit it or not. And then I'm going to say, okay, well, if Utah Penn State is close, then I got to go ahead and sit here and say, okay, well, what would Texas versus Penn State look like, or what would these different matchups look like?
Absolutely.
And that's why I struggle with the AP at this point, because I feel like there's and this is obviously another day, whatever, we've talked about this, but there's two different metrics that they're grading these teams by, and that's the issue. Some teams get the benefit of the doubt of their reputation, like Penn State. Penn State played absolutely nobody.
I'm sorry.
They're still sitting there.
I'm sorry.
Pederasty, cock on thigh, Baldy, Mr.
Epstein
Airport
U.
guy,
Epstein
Epstein U, Beaver Town, that whole thing.
Oh!
Whiteout U, Joe Pa New U, ultimately.
Oh my God. I was watching Barstool this morning. Did you guys see the boat? Joe Pa New.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know where it was. Floating in it, and there was a massive LED screen that said Joe Pa New. Unbelievable.
So that's my issue. I just feel like we measure these teams differently.
Car Wash Channel for $5. I meant wins, not wings. Autocorrect. I got Utah 110-0. Utah wins versus Cal Poly, and I think the AP is true, but Utah should be ranked 11th. I don't disagree with that at all. I think the AP is not true, but Utah should be ranked much higher. There is no doubt about that in my mind anyway. Yeah. Oh, hey.
Well.
Everybody welcome the brave one. Oak State James. He lives in a rectory and drives a Honda Civic with an electrode in the butthole. God, James, I know you what am I talking about? You watched your boys at TCU last night. Everybody give James's favorite team, TCU, a big round of applause. The resident TCU fan, let's go. Nothing? No. Okay. Top 5, the Ohio State, LSU, Georgia, Miami, and Oregon. Okay, I don't hate that. I don't.
James, any thoughts on Dan Lanning absolutely torching your used to be fandom team? Any thoughts? I mean,
okay, Carwin. Standing ovation. Look at Car Wash Channel. Clap, clap, clap. Yes, applause, please. Let me and in case Oak State James, because we haven't seen him today, I understand it's a tough day.